are going to be watching Pro Gamer Compounds. Hopefully my room will be in the list. It's very clean, very nice. 10 consoles, 40 monitors, 300 gaming programs. Let's check it out.
You there, you cheeky bastard. I see your spying eye. Don't be coy, come in and make a show.
That ended up being a lot more realistic than I wanted it to be.
Useful. Some people enjoy their privacy, like me, while other people enjoy digging into other people's private information, like you.
I don't do that. I don't even have Facebook no more.
Hold still. Which is why I'm very excited to have NordVPN as the sponsor for today's video. NordVPN is incredibly easy to use, and
I use it to play Uma.
with over 5,500 servers in 60 countries, NordVPN is the fastest VPN on the market. As a content creator, I'm constantly downloading new programs and files for work, so using NordVPN's threat protection software keeps my mind at ease, knowing if there is a threat, NordVPN will detect it automatically to protect my PC and videos. In addition to
Do you think I would look good with the beard? CT, edit that in. Give me a nice cut.
keeping your internet connection private and secure, NordVPN allows you to watch content not available.
No? Okay, CT, wipe that off. Ugh. So I love giving CT work.
Available in your country due to geo-blocking. And for users dealing with bandwidth throttling, NordVPN encrypts all your traffic so your internet service provider can't slow down your streaming speed. And guess what? NordVPN is offering a truly exclusive deal for JonTron viewers.
What?
Specifically, that's you! If you go to nordvpn.com/JonTron and grab their awesome deal, you'll be directly supporting the show as well as our awesome sponsor.
Yeah!
Everyone wins, except for the bad guys stealing your data. And best of all, it's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. So once again, a final thanks to NordVPN for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to try NordVPN risk-free at nordvpn.com/JonTron.
Okay.
Now, if you don't excuse me, I gotta figure out what to do with that peeping Tom over there.
Nobody excused me, and now I pissed my pants.
Come here, you. Don't worry, this is just a formality. Pro gaming. When I was a boy, pro gaming was about high scores, crashing bandicoots, and LAN parties.
Oh! Rate this out of 10. Whoa! Okay, that was not my best.
Esport, live stream, the Enderman? I don't know what any of those words mean, but if I did, I can guarantee you they'd make me shove your head in the nearest locker.
Whoa! Then what, a swirly? And a red versus blue teabag? Did they do this in the locker room?
Teabagging used to mean something when it was done in person, goddammit. It ain't the same anymore. Now all the kids want to
Wait, that makes sense because the tea I drink is called throat coat.
do is hang out and stream together in massive, concrete gamer compounds.
Yeah!
You don't need to stream it. Just tell me what is happening. I'll buy tickets and show up for Christ's sakes. You hippies never change. And what's with the compound thing? Seriously, like what is with that? I'm weirded out by that. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, Gen Z,
I'll be the berry of bad news.
but literally nothing good ever happened in a compound. Waco, FLDS Church, Sucrose. Now, if you don't excuse me, I'm gonna go game the way God intended.
Is this not the biggest football field of all time, by the way? He's been walking for 20 years.
Double kill.
Oh yeah,
Triple kill.
that's old school.
I wanted to join in. I felt left out.
Kilimanjaro.
Okay, let's be real though. What is with this gamer compound trend anyway? I've heard about the gamer house, but
Also, that's like the second time I've twerked in a JonTron react. Why does he bring that out of me?
the gamer compound is new. Originally, I heard about this phenomenon from some strange internet mule character. I can't quite remember his name. What is it?
Big old game bonky.
Like Donkey Donuts or something like that? Anyways, he made a pretty killer video on the subject, which you should definitely watch, by the way. But even he didn't know how deep this facility went. That's right, this thing goes straight down to the Earth's core, okay? We're talking
Jeez.
bunkers of G fuel and low testosterone. But before we get into the more crazy stuff, let's ground ourselves, no pun
Okay.
intended, and look at the video that started the entire trend. That's right, I'm talking about we built the best gaming facility in the world.
$1 million gaming facility? What could you have? Like 2 boxes of Legos and maybe like 4 Warhammer figures?
$1 million tour. It's a classic. Just $1 million though? I mean, everyone's got that laying around these days. Like this is normal and boring. So I don't know. It's not that impressive. Just play the video.
YouTube, how the fudge you doing? Hey guys, Nate Shot today.
What? He said, how the fudge you doing? Is that what he said? YouTube, how the fudge you doing?
Impressive. Just play the video.
YouTube, how the fudge you doing? Hey guys, Nate
I have never heard that before.
Shot today. I'm bringing a brand new video. This is the most excited I have ever been
No way.
in our company's history.
Okay, well. Which started precisely exactly when I pulled up right there to that curb. So basically, it's all downhill from here.
What we're going to do is elevate all facets of our business. Content, apparel, and esports.
I got that business model off WikiHow.
I could be an esports professional. Maybe I would bring back my top 3 in the world Uno run.
I would be an Uno gamer.
And I really hope it works, otherwise I've got some serious explaining to do to my mom. So as you can see on the title of the YouTube video, it says $1 million tour, but
Okay.
apparently that was just relating to the tour alone because the actual grand total of the budget was $35 million.
Okay, I have a question about the advertising here. Why would they say $1 million when I think this is supposed to be tapping into like flex culture? Like 35 million is way more clickable than 1 million. So I'm a little confused.
And personally, I think they could have, done the tour for a little cheaper, but hey, you know how the business world is, write-offs. Gotta have that Asian fusion with the coworkers.
And that's why I'm so excited to welcome you all to the 100 Thieves Cash App compound.
I better get a Cash App foot massage.
Let's go take a look. Off.
Ooh, embarrassing. Too low of a gamer score to get in? I was telling you, you should
They clout check you at the door. Show me your Xbox, boy. Come on it. You're good. You're good.
have been more careful when you were just openly criticizing Bill Gates for buying up all that farmland for some reason. I'm just saying it's gonna be a lot of Microsoft Office Suite subscriptions you're gonna have to purchase before you can get that score back up.
Come on in.
Oh,
I just like
dancing.
fair?
For the first time ever, it brings me so much joy to start this tour at our wonderful foyer, or foyer, however you want to say it.
Reception desk? But I'm not French.
And most of us just say foyer. Look, I'm just saying, it's up to you if you want to be dropping the hard R.
D-Boss branding smack dab in the middle of the wall, hits you right in the face as soon as you walk in.
That's an unfounded claim. Really, at best, I'm giving you that center left.
Jess, how you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Like your usual.
I would love the usual. I'm so glad you asked.
I've never been somewhere where they know me and say, do you want the usual? No. Wait, does anybody in chat go to somewhere where you have a usual? I have? Where? I did? Yes, yes. Where, you guys? No, my bar? The bathroom? Ew.
Usual toilet paper, sir? Or have you moved on to the dude wipes?
I'm so glad. I'm not mad. I'm just happy. I'm getting the usual. You didn't make a mistake.
All right, thank you.
What in the Spy Kids is going on?
Some poor interns just down there pushing that up, aren't they?
Yeah, actually, I didn't even think that it was man-powered.
That didn't look mechanical to me. That looked like someone's hand unwillingly forced it
It's like wiggling. I would have went boom, boom, boom.
out. In fact, I think I even saw a couple fingers come up in the shot there.
Beautiful.
Let's go say hello.
Damn.
There's nothing more gamer than a fixed-rate mortgage.
League of Legends training room, too. Is that why nobody's in here? Nobody wants to play the game no more?
Trust me, I played Worms 2 in 1998.
I love
that's
Worms.
gamer. Sorry to tell you.
Oh, Nate Shot, how you
Brother.
doing?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good.
How was the boot camp?
Copenhagen was great, but I'm focusing on the now. This compound, I've been all around the world. This place is insane.
Yeah, trust me, and I've seen everything. I was just literally standing outside Amalienborg Palace. Are you telling me this hunk of junk is better than Rocket Mortgage?
It's just so boring looking. Like, put in some crane machines, giant stuffed animals, maybe a bowling alley. Maybe I'm just mentally like 10 years old.
Themed Hell Cube? Coming from somebody who sounds like they've not been everywhere.
And we have 2 players that I'm so glad have returned back to 100 Thieves. Meteos and Someday are back. Hello.
Please, sir, don't hurt me.
Yeah, he does not want to be on camera.
I'm familiar with the area. I pose no threat to you. I carry no weapon.
Hey, Nate Shot.
We gonna win some matches this year?
All of them.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that, but
Every single one.
you just made a promise to me.
And clearly you made a mistake by doing that, but it's not my problem. And
Yeah, what happens if they don't fulfill it now? Do they go to like the 100 Thieves torture room in the basement?
you may have
they meet like the bronze Elo bull.
noticed my stance has widened and my demeanor has changed. That's on account of your mouth writing checks your ass can't cash. You're genuinely in danger.
Someday, you have no idea how many hot dogs I'm gonna get you this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, great, that's insane. What I'm saying is clearly insane, and I don't know why I would say something like that to you with no context, but you know what? That's all right. Let me hit that hot dog hole for you someday.
Normally these are just in public bathrooms.
Yo, you want some ketchup on that too? Don't worry, man, we got you covered.
Ew!
You can have as many of those as you want. What do you think exactly we're doing with that $35 million? You think I'm not gonna build you a hot dog hole? Someday. This is America. This is Cash App, Rocket Mortgage, Liberty Mutual, Hot Pocket, Crust Pocket.
What's the one that goes, oh, J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
Pocket Hocket. This is Los Angeles, baby.
And now we're moving on to the boardroom. This is where the best and brightest at 100 Thieves talk about how we're gonna elevate this company day in and day out.
What could they be yapping about? I guess like merch or Gampa?
What are you guys up to? Hello.
Nothing. You pay us literally $25 an hour to sit here and do nothing. Thank you.
What's up?
Is this just real? I feel like we really genuinely shouldn't be here, and this was not.
They do seem concerned.
Hey, you can't just be casually strolling into a board of directors meeting, white knuckling a sugar-free Red Bull, and expect a standing ovation, for Christ's sakes.
What are you guys doing?
We're waiting for John.
You waiting for John?
Yep.
He's late?
Yep.
Again?
As usual.
Oh! Oh my God! I'm so sorry. I'm late. There was something severely wrong with the hot dog piping system. Oh, Nate Shot. What's up, man? It's good to see you.
Wait, if they have a hot dog piping system, like, do they have a piping system for, like, maybe the chili and the cheese? Ew, if there was a chili pipe, you know that's getting clogged. And then they gotta send somebody in. Sorry, the chili's backed up.
Y'all want a dog?
I'm gonna have to talk to him about
Yo,
that.
Nate, where you going? So basically, after this, he takes us through the rest of the facility, shows us some of his prisoners, and he realizes no one has any idea what they're doing or has ever heard the two words business and model next to each other before.
You could bring your laptop and maybe work on a spreadsheet or a new presentation.
Spreadsheets, huh? Great.
And the rest is pretty much history.
That was bad.
And look, if that's where things ended, everything would have been just fine. But this is the highly competitive e-sporting world after all.
I have never done a shoey. Like, are you supposed to use a really, really nasty, gross shoe or a clean one? I don't know. I feel like if I used my shoe, I would probably get at least 7 diseases.
So it was only a matter of time, really, until someone else would up the ante. And it happened like 2 months later with the aid of $50 million fucking dollars.
Damn!
Who is it that's giving these banknotes out like candy to anyone and everyone who's got the startup equivalent of just shooting in the dark?
Do a shoey with Diet Coke. Nah. Coke Zero or bust. Diet Coke tastes so bad. Every time I drink it, I go... And then the aftertaste... Trust me, as an Aussie, you use your own shoe. Wait, just the one that you're wearing? Wait, it's gonna be sweaty. And then you have to smell your own athlete's foot? Ew! If you do shoeys on a bad time of the month, there could be some boba in there. That is nasty.
Like candy to anyone and everyone who's got the startup equivalent of just shooting in the dark? Because, can I get that guy's number?
Yeah.
But look, I don't need your charity, okay? I've got $50 million laying around the house just like any normal person.
It's getting bigger! You want to hear that?
So I could build a stupid gamer compound if I wanted to, okay? It's just I'm saving it for more important stuff like imminent hyperinflation. Okay, let's see what you got. The most expensive gaming facility in the world. First, look at TSM's $50 million esports center.
Dude, when I was in high school, before you say it, I know I'm old, I was loving on TSM. I was always, TSM, TSM.
Better have at least Red Bull coconut flavor or I rage.
25,000
Okay, see, this got some more life to it. Well, I mean, also, they spent $9 more billion on it.
square feet.
Watch parties, tailgates, LAN parties, events here.
I'm talking real big, baby.
Okay, all right, I like it so far. Very spacious, looks fancy. Lots of room for gaming and energy drink type activities.
Yeah.
The largest esports gaming facility in the West. This space is really going to change it up.
Damn, that's like a mall.
I'm paying attention. This one looks at least 4 times the size of the last one. I'm sold, guys. What are we changing up? What's different?
Okay. Rhythm
not
game
built
room.
yet.
It's not even built? Were those just hopes and dreams?
That's what's different. That's the change.
What?
This is the most expensive gaming facility yet
Eventually.
to exist. Don't you think you could have, like, finished at least the first room or something, just as a proof of concept for the audience? At the minimum, if you were gonna go with this much hype on the
Yeah, wait, we're supposed to use our imagination.
thing, I don't know.
Barry, you're on the list. Thank you.
Concept for the audience, at the minimum, if you were gonna go with this much hype on the thing, I don't know. And maybe if it's not done yet, you'd be better off just sticking and walking around the outside of it, showing off the gigantic spray-painted TSM logo you commissioned by Banksy's aunt once removed, or whatever matters to you cretins.
I never use sprays in games. I just shoot a smiley face.
Here we are at the front entrance. Let's go inside.
Yay!
Come along.
Can you really call it an entrance when the whole thing is basically entrances all the way around? That's right, that compound's as porous as a sponge, Lena.
So here we're gonna have a reception area with a giant
They made this in VR chat. We can only experience this as furry models.
TSM logo hanging up there. And on this side, we're gonna have, a nice waiting area for our fans, sponsors, whoever wants to come in.
By the time that happens, the asbestos pile's probably gonna be gone. We heard that.
Dude, every time I would go in the attic when I was a kid, I wanted to eat this so bad. Like, it has the texture of cotton candy, but I think you would.
Whoever wants to come in.
By the time that happens, the asbestos pile's probably gonna be gone. We heard that causes cancer, and that is not consistent with our company values.
And then over here, we're gonna have
ma'am, you need a hard hat to be in this area?
Yeah, is this not dangerous? They're just walking around in a construction site.
TSM's
Ma'am, excuse me. This is serious?
Ma'am,
Man, is she for real? My ass is on the line for this, so if I'm just gonna hold it here for you if you won't wear it.
As you can tell. But when it's done, the interior is gonna be painted in black and white, our team colors, with really cool brand new LED
looks
lighting
nice.
and glass walls.
This looks like my college library. Oh my god, and I was gaming in there and not doing anything productive.
All around.
Placeholder. Placeholder. I love it. It sounds so sophisticated and, dare I say, exotic. You know what else I think might be placeholder? I
What?
better not say. You seem like good kids.
What?
He wasn't talking about me, was he?
When you're competing at the highest level, there's a lot of stress constantly, and
So that's why the mass graves are there, to remind you of, like, what happens when you don't win and stuff.
Yeah, try to stay in Master Elo, I guess.
I don't know, it's kind of messed up, but it's what the board of directors wanted, so.
And so we decided to add a sensory deprivation tank. So we're gonna have a
He was confused. He's like, why do we need a sensory deprivation tank in order to play League of Legends?
float tank right there. So if you come on in,
What?
a float tank, have you ever been in one?
No.
Those are like the water things where you like sit in them and they're supposed to like, I guess, help your vitals? But like, why would that help with playing a game? I don't know, I'm confused. Maybe I'm just too poor to understand.
So it's just like a pod, you go inside, you're floating, and you just go inside and you meditate to like clear your mind.
Wait, what? You're telling me all I needed to get my KDR up on Fortnite was an egg with water in it? Or maybe you're implying I need a wash? I don't know. All I do know is
Oh, maybe it's because some of the people who play League of Legends professionally are very stinky, and this is the only way they could make them take a bath without asking.
just count me in. Where do you even get one of these? Let's try.
Let's take a guess. I'm gonna say $8,000?
Tried true. Alibaba. Okay.
Oh, now $4?
Sensory deprivation tank. Yeah.
Okay,
you can get them
4K.
on Alibaba.
That's
I'm
like
not paying
$4.
$5,000 for a bath with a lid.
Look, they get you with the shipping. That's also why I'll never be able to have a DDR pad at home, because the shipping is atrocious.
Why can I even buy this on Alibaba? And why do I feel like I really shouldn't be able to buy this on Alibaba? Who brings this to me if I were to buy this right now? Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy this just to find out.
Dude, imagine the mailman. He goes to see his deliveries for the day. Oh, the whole tank. Really? All of it?
So like with all this space, 25,000 square feet. That's the largest in the West, largest esports game.
You know what, guys? Why don't you just call me up when it's done, huh? Show, not tell. That's what I always say. Let's move on to the next one on our list. Now listen, if you weren't fully impressed by that literal landfill just then, the Dutch got you covered with their fancy new Team Liquid Alienware compound.
Whoa!
Now, I promised myself I would never mention the Dutch again, but these guys just keep cropping up. This time in Utrecht.
Dude, I want to go to the Netherlands so bad. It seems so nice. I want to be walking down the street eating my French fries with the mayo, and then also having a stroopwafel.
How do you even say this? How to pronounce Utrecht? Okay.
Utrecht.
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 That did not sound right at all.
Wait, they can't be right. Oh, we're on the American pronunciation. Let's switch to the Dutch pronunciation.
What?
The British pronunciation.
Utrecht.
He's got an
You're
accent?
so cultured. There's just no way. I'm learning. Utrecht. There's no replacement for being worldly. Give me a Dutch guy saying Utrecht, for God's sake. How do you say it? I know it's not that.
Utrecht. That wasn't even close to the way Google said it.
What was that?
That's it. That's the one. That's the official pronunciation. Sorry, Netherlands. Gonna have to update your lexicon.
Hey everyone, it's Mike from Team Liquid, and today we're going.
Dang, Mike got on like the drip. Look at that. One for all hat, different pattern on the shirt, different pattern on the pants, Air Jordan's jacket. He's repping them all.
Going to check out the Alienware training facility in EU. So right now, we're in the entrance. The other thing on the other side of the entrance hallway is one of my favorite rooms because it holds a lot of magic and relevance to an organization like ours, which is our Dell Technologies server room.
Oh man, that takes me right back. In fact, I've got my own box of relevance right here. Now let's see what we can find in it, huh? Got Doom shareware disk, RAM stick, and
Worms?
Wait, sorry, is that VGA cable?
Holy!
Sorry.
Dude, he's got to bring out the cables that are like red and like you plug them into the TV.
I don't like getting sentimental on camera.
And what you need in every office is your front desk and the smile behind the front desk. Hello, Laura, how are you?
Doing good, how are you?
Now, it looks like there's a little hole here.
Wow, what's that do? Can I put my hand in it? Is it gonna be like a spaghetti trap that scares me, makes me think it's spiders? Oh wow, I can feel your life through here.
She's so uncomfortable. He does not get paid enough for this shit.
Gucci, Gucci.
My tummy made it uncomfortable.
Want to see my server room?
You want to get out of my cervix room?
Okay, we're not that fancy.
What's with the cans of energy drink coming out of all the desk holes in these friggin' tour videos? Is the secret sauce to be holding onto the can? Is that what it is? Is that what you got to do? Because I'm all for it. That's what you. Is this? Would you?
Bang. Oh my God, I haven't seen Bang in years. I used to get a Bang at HEB. And then I would go and I would get one of their pre-made meals and I would eat it at home.
Trust me more like this? Is that the more trustworthy, John? If I do that, does that soothe you?
Ow, why is he touching it like that? He hit it with the pop.
That soothes you? If I, does that put you in the trance?
No.
Right next to the kitchen and dining hall area is the Team Liquid Player Lounge, and this is a place to chill, play.
Dude, My uncle is really good at ping pong or table tennis. Sorry, I did not mean to say the casual word for that.
A ping pong. But,
Oh, he did too.
but also, if you need something from our chef,
Okay, that was me after I had a bang, by the way. Those things would go right through you.
Oh, listen, do you want a place of shit or not? I know you do. I see that G Fuel you're all drinking. Smells like death coming out of you. Nah, I know you do. I see that G Fuel you're all drinking. Smells like death coming out of you. What do you want, the goddamn PewDiePie flavor or something? Okay, just leave me alone!
you get it. Next to the player lounge is the player hallway, which
Sorry, did you say the player hallway?
The player hallway? Dude, I remember we had a hallway where when in high school where all the band kids would make out and made everybody uncomfortable, so I would walk by like this when I had to go to my class.
My dude, it's not that serious. You don't need to theme the hallway. Not everything needs to be themed.
Shout out to Elgato for giving us everything that we need in these streamer pods for going live on Twitch and Huya.
Listen, man.
Huya? Wait, what the hell is a Huya? Who?
No streamer is gonna use that computer. Okay, you wanna know how I know? I'll show you how I know. Might be a little distracting for the audience. Wanna know how I got this beast purring? Oh yeah, that's File Explorer, baby. Wait till you hear it when you boot up Minecraft.
Oh, hell no.
What you'll see is coach and manager on your left, and then room for 5 players to scrim.
Dude, I think about this when people post like the really cute like couple rooms where they're like, oh, me and my girlfriend, we game next to each other. Dude, how are you supposed to play with any of your friends if you're both on the same Discord call in the same room? Like, that shit is gonna echo like crazy.
We've thought of everything here.
We thought of everything. Like making it impossible to plug anything into a USB port without bumping your shin and or skinning your knees. We thought of everything.
And one of my favorite areas is the war rooms or the call rooms that we have. They're all Marvel themed for the first time. So we have Captain America, Doctor Strange, and Venom.
I'm not sure why that was what he picked as his favorite room. You know, I wouldn't have picked that one myself, but you know, I'm just saying because there was a dying man in it.
Yeah.
So that's why I wouldn't have picked it, but he didn't even try to help that dying man. So, today you've seen the kind of things money can buy you in this world, huh?
Yes.
But have you seen this? No, your eyes do not deceive you. That is indeed, at the very least, 50,000 groats. A groat being 4 pence a piece, of course, and what would the average medieval laborer making 2 pence a day? You can imagine the kind of personal fortress 50,000 groats might build a man. What do you mean a company called NRG already built a gamer castle?
Oh.
I've had this plan for like 6 months. Yeah, I literally just showed everybody the groats. Oh, I look like a fool! So yeah, you heard
You guys want to come to my gamer castle? We're gonna play Joust all day.
Heard that right. Self-described professional gaming and entertainment company NRG has done the only thing fit for a true king of industry and gone and built a literal gamer castle. More well known among the local peasantry, of course, by its colloquial name, the NRG Hot Pockets Castle in downtown LA.
Nah, you gotta get a different sponsor. You are not calling your home the Hot Pocket Castle. That is disgusting.
I mean, unless it was like the croissant ham and cheese, that's my favorite.
Because hell is no longer a place only accessible after death. Let's have a look. Wait a minute, why are they sponsored by the National Guard? Is this an offshoot of that one time the army tried to like recruit kids on Twitch and publicly say shit like uwu? Because hell is no longer a place only accessible?
I do remember that. That to me is like the same era as whenever they got, who was it, the Chuck E. Cheese guy? And the Chuck E. Cheese guy, I'll show the clip again because I love this clip. He looks at the screen and goes, Pog.
Wait.
Poggers.
That's like all he said the entire stream, by the way.
After death? This fortress is under federal jurisdiction, okay? The general's watching over this place too, so if you even think of crossing that moat, you're not just gonna get the best car insurance rates in town, buddy. You're gonna get scalding oil.
Gentlemen, I've gathered you guys here today.
A little serious.
Where a lot of big announcements have been made. But now it's time to announce what's on the outside of this room. Because outside of this room
is a hallway with a big mound of shit right in the middle of it.
I'm not picking it up.
Checked it, and it's fresh, and it wasn't there when I left yesterday. I'm not trying to press anyone, but I'm just saying, if it disappears by the end of the day, it's water under the drawbridge, and we can all move on.
is a 20,000 square foot gaming fantasy factory.
Oh.
Fantasy Factory sounds like an anime dating sim on Steam.
And that too. Sorry, my bad. Should have probably mentioned that first. But I mean, it's right outside this room, so if you came in and you didn't see it, I think we have bigger problems.
I'm talking about a castle.
What?
Sorry, did I say castle? Slip of the tongue. I meant a bunch of shit I bought from a Chuck E. Cheese.
I'm gonna be honest, I would like that. I would love that. That'd be so hype. I'd be sitting in the little clock that goes in a circle. Whee! I'd be playing the B game. Woo!
That was going out of business that I put inside a big room.
Welcome to the NRG Castle, a creative studio made specifically for the creation of over-the-top and viral gaming content. Like,
I used to hate the word content. It just made me so uncomfortable.
The Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory of Gaming, or Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, but for...
Dude, didn't Rob Dyrdek have that show where he would like basically react to Andy and it had like 900 seasons? And they would watch a bunch of videos and they'd be like, oh, yeah, that's like dad content. I don't know how to explain it. Like every dad like that.
Gaming.
And they'd stand in front of the TV watching it like this.
Basically just like whatever combination of words will make you listen to me, but for gaming.
Augers, 6'7", Omega lol. Cut that out.
This wasn't a space designed for one specific team. It's really not even just designed for NRG.
Really, at this point, as far as I'm concerned, if you're paying the entrance fee, I'm looking the other way. I am in debt to a lot of dangerous people.
And speaking of your favorite players, we got Clicks right here. What's good, Clicks? What is your first impression?
Do you think I could do that without like the squish?
Come here, come here. I think I could do a good job.
Of the castle.
First impression is it's incredible.
The castle's great. I would just, if you could just buy like one more microphone or like stand close to me, because like you came and asked me the question.
They spent all the money on the arcade machines and they're using one lav mic.
So.
This is one of the first things you actually see when you walk into the castle. Here's the gate right here. You walk in and there's this TV wall with all these old TVs playing basically your best.
It's just Fortnite clips.
And if it plays your best gaming clips of all time, I would just literally walk in the room and leave because it would be embarrassing.
Oh, here's me falling off, you know, again in Dark Souls 1, right in the pit. Yep, gravity moment. Oh yeah, that's also when I didn't get Black Knight Halberd.
Yep, yep.
Clips?
No, that looks like shit. That's bad. Yeah, no, I wouldn't have done that. How long did it take you to do that? That looks like shit.
We put this wall of old gaming consoles next to it. It's called the Every Console Ever wall.
We're still
I had that display case, by the way. It's from IKEA, and I used to put my bunny girl figures in there.
working on the name. Like, I think it's pretty cool. It's got a good ring to it, but yeah, we might be missing like a Wonder Swan color, some other stuff, but there's like 3 Nintendos on here for sure.
We also got these dope chairs. They were created by these same people who made the
Simpsons
voice chairs.
Oh. My bad.
Or at least that's what the guy I met at the McDonald's from the Craigslist ad said. They're dope and all, don't get me wrong, but I kind of feel like they phoned it in if you compare it to the real chairs from The Voice. Ha ha. No, that's cool though.
They swivel back and forth just like in the show. They're just the lazy boy gamer version.
But why? I feel like all these questions, every single time I watch a video about people spending money on stuff, I always go, why? Like, what is the purpose of that? Who am I voting on? Like, why?
Yeah, we got scammed. I'm just gonna admit it right here on the camera. We got scammed big time. This is literally, it's just literally from lazyboy.com. It's a lazy boy.
Geez, chairs are so expensive. I think about that all the time. Like, whenever you move out and you gotta buy furniture, you're like, damn, a patio set's like $2,000 to sit outside? I guess I'm sitting on the floor.
On a fucking Lazy Susan. I got the lazy boy on the Lazy Susan. Lazy boy, Lazy Susan. Yeah!
don't know a Susan.
I got the lazy boy on the lazy Susan.
All right, guys, and right here we have the $1 million double-decker gaming couch.
Why did that sound like something from Carl's Jr.?
$7,000 hot dog sofa.
Okay, but that is awesome.
Would you not want to come to my house and sit on my wiener?
$100,000 Harambe-shaped hot Cheeto. The list of all the other things we could have done with that money.
Here we have a temple. This was imported straight from India.
What?
I feel like this thing gives a lot of soul to this space.
Why?
Sorry, what'd you say? You said that's a what now? Temple from India? You're saying? You said that? You said?
And when you walk through these doors, you are entered into a more chill.
You know what? I'll let you know now. At least they put some personality in this place. Let's be honest. It's not just white wall, minimalistic, boring. Like, at least they did something.
Outdoor area to kind of hang out.
Go back! Go back to the temple. That's the one thing I want you to stay on.
Yes, Temple Run now!
And he's gone. Where do you even buy an Indian temple? Wish.com? Oh, but don't worry, we're in the blue room. You know, just whiz right
That's where I cry after a brutal loss.
past that piece of ancient human history, and you know, because have you seen our blue room?
Dark Ascent! Thank you so much for 3 months. Can we get a coin for that? Thank you. You too? Well, actually, whenever I had my bartending job, I would go into the cooler and I would scream.
Spared no expense. It's blue, baby.
Blue
is
guy!
back. I'm blue, dabu dee dabu die.
Dabu dee
I
dabu
wanna
da.
die.
Oh, I only know the inappropriate version of that song. It went in my head and I didn't want to say it because I got embarrassed. Sounds like Terraria. Thank you so much for watching the video. Come by the Twitch stream right now, yo.
Oh. Also, use code Berry for 10% off your GamerSupps order. And please let me know down in the comment section down below what video you would like to watch next. I super appreciate it. I loved it. Have a great day. Goodbye,